Hi, so this is Ruben, and today I'm going to do a video persistence. It seems I already done it, but it seems that it hasn't been recording, so I need to do it again now. Okay, so the first idea that I want to share is the idea that in order to succeed in life, you need to be persistent in whatever you do. And the only people who have been successful in life are the people who have been like years and years and decades of their life investing into something in particular. And the only way to succeed in life is that way. It doesn't matter if it's like learning a language, it doesn't matter if it's like playing football, it doesn't matter if it's like enacting whatever. Mommy, please. So that's the first idea I want to share. Yeah, the power of persistence. It is like the only way to succeed in life is through persistence. That's the first thing I want to say. Okay, the second thing that I want to say, the second idea that I want to discuss is the idea that why it's so difficult to persist sometimes. So first of all, it is because it is like a physical, emotional, psychological, logical effort in order to do things. Like in order to persist playing football, you need to give up other things, you need to not to rest, you need to not do other things that you like. So that's the first reason why most people don't actually succeed in life. It is because you need to do effort and put effort into something every single day in order to succeed. And this is probably the reason why most people don't persist on things. That's why people quit in their jobs quite fast. And this is one of the reasons why people don't finish degrees, don't continue with businesses, don't continue with relationships, things like that. That's the reason why I don't continue with learning languages. It is because every single day you need to put out of effort into things in order to become highly successful in something. Yeah, that's the first reason. The second reason, and the second thing is like, the second thing that I want to say is because like sometimes people are being persistent in the right way. They are like, another thing I want to say is that like you need to persist in such a way that you can keep up with. It doesn't really matter that you can one day practice 10 hours of English, if then you're not going to practice English for the rest of your life, or at least you're not going to practice in consistent basis. So you need to persist in such a way that you are going to be able to do it over and over again. Yeah, so that's my point. Do it over and over again. And so, for example, when it comes to learning English, it's better to practice 10 minutes one day, the next day 10 minutes, the next day 10 minutes, the next day 10 minutes, and it over and over again, and gradually incrementing time to 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, than to be like one day practicing 10 hours and never being able to continue. So the first way is to persist in such a way that you are going to be comfortable to do it for not 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years. It's like almost, yeah, for the rest of your life, almost. So you could do it the rest of your life, it could be okay. You do it that way. Yeah, so that's the first point. The second thing I want to say, well, I'm not sure about the points, but the other thing I want to say is the idea that sometimes people quit because they can't keep up with the pace, because it's too much effort, whatever. This is affecting their health, mental health, their health, whatever. But the other point I want to say is that sometimes people quit because they don't see progress in what they are doing. They don't see that what they are doing is actually making them to have progress in their lives. So maybe, for example, I'm trying to learn English, and I just like focus on trying to understand what a native speaker is telling me perfectly. So if I just like focus on a native speaker telling me everything perfectly, it is well, first of all, it's going to be really difficult to let that happen. Even for me right now, sometimes I don't understand every single word, right? And secondly, I'm not going to see that making progress, and that's going to make me frustrate me, and that's going to make me not improve in my life. So the point I want to make is that the only way to persist and see that you are making progress is to understand that as long as you are making really marginal, small steps of progress, you should be proud of yourself, and you should acknowledge that that's a triumph, that you are actually making progress. So for example, if one day you learn like a few new words, or you learn how to pronounce a few words better, or learn how to pronounce a phoneme better, you should understand that you are making progress, and you should understand that you are closer to succeeding. And as long as every single day you are like getting closer to your goal, sooner or later, and I'd say rather sooner, you are going to get to achieve your goal. So that's the first point I want to say, is that as long as you are making progress, as long as you are making progress in the right direction, as long as it is in the right direction, and as long as it is actually progress, you are going to get like to your destination, and relatively soon you are going to get to your destination. So that's the first point I wanted to make. Okay. So the second point I want to make of why it's so difficult to succeed, it is because, well, this can be divided into two things, but in general, in order to succeed, you need to take risks. And sometimes, people are willing to do the effort, but they are not willing to take the risks. And anything in life, you need to take a risk, at least time of investment. So opportunity cost. So for example, like if you want to succeed in a business, that time that you are taking for doing your business, you are not investing it into other things. So at least you have that risk of like wasting your time. And also obviously, like, I don't know, you are a football player, you have the risk of getting injured, of dying of a heart attack, things like that, which yes, I know, like, well, which are like pretty common, by the way. So you always have risks, and understand that, like, on the other hand, that you have like understand that, like, because you want to achieve something meaningful for you, probably there are going to be people that don't want you to actually succeed, and they are going to actually hate you, and understand that that's really emotionally hard that people are going to want to hate you or whatsoever because you're achieving things. And that's probably the reason why most people don't achieve things, because they are concerned about other people hating them. And that's the reality. Cristiano Ronaldo has also haters, people insulting and booing him in stadiums. And that doesn't mean that he's doing nothing wrong. Understand that, like, sometimes you are doing something which is right, and people are not going to want to criticize you or whatever because of their own self-interest, or because what you are doing is like damaging the self-image or the self-interest. So for example, like, if I speak really good English, another person that has been brought up in the same conditions doesn't do it, for the self-interest and the self-image, the only way they are not going to want to admit that, oh, I started in the same situation as this guy, and I couldn't succeed, I couldn't get to the same level in English or in something. So the only way to justify themselves that is to tear me down, for example, to say, oh, this guy is shit, whatever. In that way, they are not going to destroy the self-image, because if not, it's like, why is the reason why you are not successful? And they don't want to be responsible for the lack of success, right? So the only way of dealing with that is making other people not be successful. understand that sometimes you are not doing nothing wrong, and people are going to criticize you and tell you that you are doing something wrong and telling you to go and that you are doing something wrong. And it's because of their self-interest. And understand that this is why most people don't succeed in life. Probably most people is because of the first reason, but the second reason is like why actually most, like, a lot of people don't succeed in life, and it's because of this. So yeah, you need to actually like face risk of like getting threatened by people of killing you and whatever. And obviously don't be silly, like if you see like a bad situation, someone is going to kill you because of whatever, then just like go away, get your fuck out of there. But that's the true reason because why people succeed, don't succeed. It's because to be persistent, you need like to put the work, and also deal with the emotional shit that comes along with it, like people criticizing you, having actual risks of losing things, or like people threatening you with killing you, injuring you, whatever. And that's the reason why, like, losing reputation, that kind of things. So that's probably the biggest reason why people don't persist on things and don't succeed. Yeah, the last thing I want to mention is that, like, those people that hate you, as long as you are taking the right action and you are doing the things that you think are the right things for you to succeed in some way, deep down inside them, they're going to respect you and appreciate you, even if in the surface they are not going to do it. And understand that when they are truly going to hate you and not respect you and destroy you, it is the moment in which you are going to start doing things to make them like you. So the moment you start doing things for someone specifically to like you, that moment they are going to lose respect for you and they're going to hate you. So even those people who do hate you, you shouldn't. That doesn't mean you should keep doing what you think is the right thing to do for you. I hope that you find useful this video. I'm sorry because I needed to do it again and I got a little bit distracted, but I hope that you find it useful. And just like subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Instagram account, to my podcast channel, and see you later. Bye.